Hi there, beautiful souls. I am going to do a video today, and the video today is for entertainment purposes only. It is my intuition. I'll be using tarot, the Rider deck tarot, which is my favorite tarot deck. I have many tarot decks, but I do love this deck, so I'll be using this one today. I want to look into Morgan McSweeney. I know that we've had the Mandelson debacle that's happened, and the vetting debacle and all of that. Now, I want to know if Morgan McSweeney's phone is going to be resurfaced, if it's going to be found that it was never stolen. And I want to ask the tarot and the universe and just see what we can find out about the Morgan McSweeney phone scandal. So I know that people have forgotten about it. It was a few weeks ago. There's been so many things that have happened since that my phone was stolen situation. So let's have a look back into it and let's see, was Morgan McSweeney's phone actually stolen? Because from what I can gather and what my intuition is telling me is that that's a load of codswaddle, and his phone was never stolen. So let's see what the tarot tells me, or tells us rather. So let's have a quick look. Let's ask, was Morgan McSweeney's phone actually stolen? Was Morgan McSweeney's phone stolen? Oh, crap. Put these back in. We don't want any jumping cards because it's too many. Was Morgan McSweeney's phone actually stolen? Cards are a bit jumpy today. A bit unusual. Right, let's have a look. Morgan McSweeney's phone stolen. Yes or no? So I'll be doing the Katrina knife spread again. I know I don't have a perfect layout at the moment and you can't see the cards as they come out. But I'll show you each card as they come out. Or as soon as I can. So let's see. First card down, the Hierophant. Second card down, the Eight of Pentacles. Third card down, the High Priestess in the past. In between the Hierophant and the Pentacles is the Tower. Below that is the Lover's card. Underneath the Hierophant, or the advice I should say, is the Six of Wands and the Three. So this is a very interesting spread with regards to the situation, as there are 4 major arcanas in this spread. So that is very interesting in itself. 4 out of 7 cards to be major. It's a big deal, this. So let me have a look into it. So, and see what I interpret. So, allegedly, right? Entertainment purposes only. The Hierophant is coming up as Morgan McSweeney, which is quite interesting in itself. So the Hierophant is the powers that be. It is your government. It is your religion. It is the people at the heads of state. It is people in positions of power, education, lawyers, those kind of that higher echelon of people. So for him to come up as that, I would say he was in the government when it happened. He was Keir Starmer's left hand, if you want to say that. So that doesn't surprise me that he's come up as that. The card that goes with it with the phone is the 8. Now, the 8 of Pentacles is someone who's mastering his craft. So I would say that the way I'm looking at this with the cards around it is having the 8 in that position of the actual phone next to the Tower. There's going to be a shocking revelation. And I feel like that there was a plan that was thought out and in advance of the announcement of it being stolen. So this was long in the making. This, I'm going to call it a story with regards to the phone. So it was in the making. Then you've got the High Priestess in the past. Now, she is a beautiful card, with regards to what she means in a normal reading. But the Priestess is secrets. There's things you don't know. There are hidden things. There's this there. She can be secrets, things you don't need to know, or things you don't know yet, shall we say. What's going to happen between Morgan McSweeney and this phone story is a shocking revelation. This is when the foundations of this story fall apart. quite literally explosions. It's like, it's a shocking revelation. And from looking at that card and the way it's set up, I do believe that it is not too far away. The outcome is this card, which is the Lovers card, which I cannot show you too much because the algorithm doesn't like the card. Now, the Lovers is an agreements card. It's a backdoor agreements. It's a political agreement. It is coming together of two. It is, so for this to come up in the outcome is that there'll be an agreement, or there'll be a backdoor conversation with regards to this scandal or story. I want to call it a lie because it does look like there are secrets about this situation. And it's not telling me that the phone was stolen. With the cards that I've got on the table, it was not stolen. There is a story and there are secrets, and there's going to be a shocking revelation. Now, the outcome that I like for this deck is the Six of Wands is a public victory. This is the people celebrating. This is the people having a victory card with the Three of Pentacles. So the Three of Pentacles is that, building something strong, architecture, working together there. And how I'm interpreting it is that there are people working in the background to give us this public victory. So the advice is, it's going to take a little time for it to fully come out. But let's see in the next reading if this story will come out. And if we will find the truth about this alleged theft of Morgan McSweeney's phone. So, I don't know anything about Morgan McSweeney other than he was in Parliament or in the government, and he was Keir Starmer's right hand, and not very liked from what I can understand. So let's have a look and see if we'll find the truth out about this phone theft, Morgan McSweeney's phone theft. Will the public, the British public, hear the truth about the phone theft? The police released the transcript. I know it's weeks ago now. Lots of people have forgotten about it, but I've got a feeling this phone is very important with regards to the Mandelson situation that we're currently going through. So will the people hear the truth about this phone theft, allegedly? So, wow. Yes. And there are many reasons why I'm going to get a yes. So the first card down is the Sun. This is the biggest yes in the pack. And it is, everything gets exposed in the light. You can't hide the darkness in the light, right? The next card is the Temperance. Now this is in divine timing. It is universal timing. It is when the universe is ready. The Seven of Pentacles in the past is when this guy is a farmer. He's waiting for his crop. He'll reap the rewards as soon as his crop is ready. So with regards to this, the truth of the phone, alleged stealing coming out, I would say that it will come out. There is an ace in the middle. Someone has the information. And this is a fiery yes. It's not like a maybe. It's a yes, yes, yes. And it is a yes with some fire. So there could be someone who has this phone or has the information that was on the phone. In the outcome of it, we have the Three of Cups. So this is a celebration card. And this for me is the public celebrating. Having, maybe going to the pub and having a glass of wine. I will. If the information of this phone comes out, I'll definitely be having a glass of bubbles to celebrate, because we're kind of being gaslit again by the media, also by the government on this situation. And, they're taking us for mugs to think that we believe the story that they told us. The advice is the Nine of Pentacles, which is the independent, strong independent card, and the Page of Pentacles, which is another soft yes. So shall we see if we can get some timing on when we think we'll get this information, or when the public will get this information? Oh, how very interesting. I've got the Page of Cups, which for me is a Cancer, or, water sign, young water sign card. So the next water sign, I believe, is Cancer. So end of June, beginning of July would be that. Got the High Priestess to back that one up, which is two. It's another card, two card in the pack. Again, she's all in blue. I'm getting the water sign, so I'm getting Cancer. So Cancer starts, I believe, end of June. So maybe end of June, we'll get some more information about this phone, but this phone's coming back. I think it needs to. I think it's going to tie a lot of the dots together with regards to who asked for what and who demanded what, and where the pressure came from for our vetting service to actually put through his clearance on Mandelson, or not clearance on Mandelson. So let's see. Is there going to be a whistleblower? I'm curious if there's actually going to be a whistleblower that will come to light with regards to this phone. Is it someone that helped him invent the story? I'm going to call it a story because I don't believe it. Is there someone who's going to whistleblow on this phone? Let's have a look, see what the cards say. Right, first card down, Queen of Pentacles. Someone's thinking about it. There is a Seven of Swords, so there is a strategy, and it's a sneaky strategy that's happening. Six of Cups in the past, Five of Cups in the middle. The Judgment as the outcome. Page of Wands as the advice with the Death card. So, show you the cards. The Queen of Pentacles. Now, this is someone who is manifesting. It's someone who's thinking about it. It's like focusing on it, really trying to figure out, how do they do it? How do they, and it's a woman, for me, particularly. The Seven of Swords is a sneaky strategy card, so there's a sneaky strategy on maybe how they leak it. Personally, I would leak it to the alternative media rather than the media that we're used to in this country. With the Six of Cups being in the past, it's a nostalgia card. It's a card of a nostalgia, a longing, a sort of thing like that. So I would say that the person who has this information in the past has been very reluctant to release the information because I have a loyalty or a nostalgia to McSweeney potentially, or someone in that sector where they would be upset betraying them. The card in the middle is the Five of Cups, which is the emotional disappointment card. So they're focusing on what the negative would be of this, rather than looking behind them and seeing that there is a positive outcome for this, which would be the general public. But the interesting part is that there is the Judgment card as the outcome. Now, this is very interesting for me. It's got the Union, it's got the British flag in it, and today is St. George's Day, so I think that's quite interesting for that card to come up as well. But I feel like this is waking up the people to understand that these things happen, and these things have been happening for a long time, and this probably isn't the first lost information. Sorry, I don't have my phone. Dog ate my homework. Those kind of excuses that a child would make, really. But we're expected as the British public to believe my phone was stolen story, and I feel like with the cards I've got on the table, there isn't an outright absolute yes that this is going to happen. But with the Judgment, the Six and the Queen, they are definitely thinking about releasing this information, and they're weighing it up within themselves. Will they do it? The advice is probably from a safe distance. So if they did do this, they would distance themselves from it. It could be anonymous, is the word that's coming to mind. Distance, safe distance, traveling, being away from the situation in whole. And they themselves will have to change probably everything that they've done, and the death card is there'll be a new morning. You'll wake up in a new life, a new persona. So I wonder, from looking at these cards, if whoever is going to potentially whistleblow, they'll be abroad when they do it, potentially having moved or gone to another country before they decide to whistleblow. So that's what I get on that. Now, I know that we've got a whole lot of things going on. I want to ask a question with regards to Morgan McSweeney and find out how influential he was with regards to what is his name? Mandelson getting into the position that Mandelson got into. Let's see what was his role. So Mandelson will go, McSweeney will go down as the first card. Mandelson will go on the other side. What's between them? What's in the past? What's in the future? And the advice around it. So let's have a look and see how involved was McSweeney in getting Lord Mandelson. Can't believe he's still got that title. The role as the ambassador to the US. What was his influence, or was it a big influence? Was he the main one behind it? We all know he idolized him. So let's see what his involvement was in ensuring that Mandelson's vetting was pushed through. Let's see what the universe will tell us. This is all alleged, for entertainment purposes only, and it's just my interpretation of the tarot, my opinions, and there are no facts here. So please do your own research, and if it doesn't resonate, just drop it, let it go. So McSweeney's coming down as the Three of Wands, Mandelson as the Three of Pentacles, the past is the Ten Pentacles, the middle is the Five of Wands, Five of Swords, King of Swords, and the Knight of Cups as the advice. Okay. Very interesting. So, Mandelson wanted this post. He wanted to travel. He wanted to go. He'd already made the decision that the job was his. He might have had a lot of influence in him being pushed forward for this role, because he had a desire to be abroad. With McSweeney coming up as the Three of Pentacles, I get the idea he was foundational in pushing Mandelson through to the ambassador role. He did the groundwork. He built the framework on how they were going to do it. He was very, very involved in this appointment. Now, with the past being the Ten of Pentacles, I wonder if there was financial gain for McSweeney to put and push Mandelson through. I mean, if it was, it was a big sum that was being offered, and in between Mandelson and McSweeney is the Five of Wands. Now, this is interesting because this is a fighting card. This is a squabbling card. This is nobody's agreeing on anything. This is a battle. It is argumentative. It is wands. So it is, words. It is conversational. It is not everything was very pretty, and it certainly doesn't seem like a all roses and sunshine relationship between these two individuals. However, I think the financial offering would have been influential in McSweeney's decisions on this. Now, the outcome is the Five of Swords. Now, for me, someone wins and someone loses, right? And it is a battle. Again, two fighting cards in a row. In between them and the outcome. The outcome is going to be, I would say, someone's going to stab someone in the back. And this is metaphorical, of course. But it is going to be, they're out for each other. They want to save their own skin. And it is going to be not very pleasant, I would say, on either side. And they're going to throw the mud at each other. Any mud that they have, they're throwing to save their own skin. The advice on this is The King of Swords is an honesty card. He is honest. He presents honest and speaks his truth. He does it with a slight sense of humor, but he still speaks his truth. So speaking your truth, and the messenger, the knight of wishes and messages. So having these two cards as the advice is, the Knight of Cups is a slow and steady mover. He's not fast paced. He's gentle. He's not a warrior. He is the knight of emotions and the knight of wishes and dreams and messenger. He can also be a messenger card. So where I'm seeing this is it's going to be there will be truth that will come out, and the advice is that the truth should be told, and maybe to take some, not to be so, I guess, slinging so much mud around, just to be honest and say it exactly how it is. That would be the advice from the universe, is that, yes, get the truth out. Yes, make sure you do it, but make sure that you're doing it with your integrity and tact. Not that I'm sure you don't have any integrity, if I'm quite honest. But I think it is interesting that you've got the slower paced emotional knight with the King of Swords. So I don't think their relationship is all sweetness and light. I do think that McSweeney had a fundamental role in getting Mandelson in this position. And I do think between them there has always been I would say, fiery, argumentative relationship. But financials always take it out. I'm just asking for a little bit more advice on this, to see if we can get more about their relationship, just more advice. So someone was offered something. This is the Four of Cups. So there is the hand where something is coming out of nowhere. It is often called the gift from God. So it is like an offering is maybe not made yet, but will be made. An offering to, I'm getting the feeling that this could be McSweeney is going to get an offering. And it puts him in an incredibly vulnerable position. The moon is vulnerability. It is, it's a card of secrets, lies, and deception as well. So I would say that I don't think we'll get all the truth. I think there will still be some deception. I don't think either of them are particularly trustworthy. And so I think that there's still going to be some deception, even if we do get the whistleblower. I don't think the whistleblower is going to come out before this situation. I wonder if we should ask a question to see if Morgan McSweeney, if the story is found, about the alleged theft of his phone, if that is found to be false, would the police arrest and investigate for, potentially wasting police time, recording a false report? I wonder if anything would happen on that side of things. Let's see if it comes out to be a false story publicly. Would the police investigate McSweeney for wasting police time? And now let's have a look and see what the universe has to say. Right. So we're looking at the police. Would they investigate? I'm not getting any solid yeses on this at the moment. I don't think that they would be allowed to, if I'm going to be honest, and I will explain why I'm getting that idea from the layout that's come out. We've got the Queen of Pentacles as the police. Would the police prosecute and look into McSweeney? He's coming up as the Three of Wands. In the past, this is Surrender card, the Ten of Swords. In the middle, it's the Knight of Swords, which is coming in fast, coming in hot, not always thinking, just go, go, go. The Knight in Shining Armor, and in the bottom is the Eight of Swords, the Devil, and the Eight of Pentacles. So with the Queen of Pentacles again, the police they potentially know that he lied, and they know that that's probably why they released the statement that they did to the public, is that they know that not everything he said was true. So they have released a statement, which is unusual. So they released a statement just to cover themselves, because they need to better their reputation with the general public, but also because they didn't want to be thrown under the bus for a lie. McSweeney's coming up as the 3 of Wands, so he's made a decision. Will he be arrested? Will he be investigated? Not really. The surrender in the past, this is surrender to, and what are we surrendering to? We're surrendering to the Knight of Swords. Someone else is going to come in and squash it. That's what I'm feeling. Someone is going to squash this. You got the 8 as the outcome. Blocked, not allowed to speak, not allowed to say anything. It's like it will be blocked, and there'll be a delay, certainly a delay. With the advice being the Devil and the which I can't show you the whole card, the Devil and the 8 of Pentacles. Now, with these 2 cards, I find it particularly interesting, the Devil and the 8, because the 8 is managing your own craft, and the Devil is obsessions, being restrained, being, there is addictions, there is, not very good things with regards to the Devil. So the Devil and the 8 is quite interesting because it is the obsession about it, or the obsession about this phone, and the 8. I just don't see the police doing anything about this. I feel like they will be stopped, and there will be a block on them releasing any information or in doing a further investigation or anything like that, which is a shame, because if it was us that had placed a false police thing, they'd probably be knocking on our door. Again, high up people, they have different rules, and it's a real shame. Anyway, so that's what I got on Morgan McSweeney and the phone. I really do hope that the whistleblower does release the information. I know they're considering it as we stand today. They're definitely considering it. The good thing is we know that the information is out there. As many people have pointed out, you can re-download every message from WhatsApp straight onto your new phone, as and when you get one. So, yeah, let's see what happens. Obviously, if you like the video, like, share, and subscribe. And if you don't, thanks for watching. But thank you everyone for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope we get the whistleblower. Thank you very much. Bye.